Good day, class. In this video, we are going to introduce another herb, Guizhi. Guizhi and the cinnamon. The cinnamon we can see in the supermarket, and Guizhi are come from the same tree. The young and all the primary branches, we call it Guizhi. Zhi is the branches, so it's the same tree. The bark is cinnamon. And also because of the different parts of the tree, they have different functions. The cinnamon has the function to tonify the internal coldness, warm the internal coldness. Guizhi, with the young branches, the property is pungent, sweet, warm, lung, heart, kidney, liver, meridian entered. When we talk about the where does Guizhi come from, that also can explain why we will keep the Chinese name, because different parts of the same plant have different function, has different property, and also have different names, Guizhi and cinnamon. So when we are not going to introduce cinnamon, if you are interested in, you can refer to the textbook, Rougui, R-O-U-G-I. So that's the cinnamon. The property of Guizhi, what you need to remember also, you need to remember again, sweet. Pungent and sweet. What's the result when pungent and sweet come together? Pungent and sweet can create yang. The action of Guizhi induce sweating, release exterior, warm and unblock the meridian, warm and reinforce the yang qi. The indication, the wind cold exterior syndrome. In this situation, we will use Guizhi with the Ma Huang. So we're going to add on the previous herb, Ma Huang. The syndrome of congealing cold with paralysis. This is actually a term to describe the coldness. The stagnation, the coldness causes stagnation and results in paralysis or wind cold. Can be interior cold syndrome, yang qi deficiency. As you can see here, when we talk the indications of Guizhi, we more focus on the cold, even cold syndrome, even cold condition, or yang deficiency. Yang deficiency also can result in internal coldness. Guizhi can be used in decoction 3 to 10 grams. The reason why Guizhi we more focus on the yang condition. Guizhi pungent and warm. Warm can dispel the coldness. Sweet can tonify yang qi. So Guizhi can be used to tonify yang qi in the zangfu organs. Which zangfu organs will need yang qi? So the question, which organ will need the yang qi? Tonify yang qi in the weight level. So weight defensive level in the superficial area, we need yang qi. In the chest, we need yang qi. In the heart, we need yang. In the spleen, we also need yang. In the bladder, in the uterus, we actually need the yang qi all over the body, but here we just mention a few of them. Because the Guizhi can tonify the yang qi in the weight defensive level, so it can be used for wind cold exterior deficiency syndrome. This is different from Ma Huang. Ma Huang can be used in wind cold excessive syndrome. Guizhi can be used wind cold deficiency syndrome. In this situation, we will add Baishao to assist Guizhi. When we use Guizhi in wing called exterior excessive syndrome, we will add Ma Huang. So these two are from the weight level. The yang qi in the chest. If the patient doesn't have enough yang qi in the chest, the patient may result in parastasis in the heart. So the chest and the heart are similar. You can't actually separate them. It can activate the blood circulation to kill the pain, to relieve the chest pain, to relieve the palpitation. It also can improve the yang qi in the spleen, okay? Improve the spleen yang. The coldness in the middle jaw, so the patient will present with digestive problem or poor appetite. In the bladder, the patient may present with difficult urination, dysfunction of the transporting fluid, such as edema. If the coldness sits in the uterus, the patient may suffer from painful menstruation, irregular menstruation, or infertilities. So this is something the Guizhi can assist to improve yang. When you see from the last column, you will see that the patient, the Guizhi can help a lot of conditions. It can be used for wing cold deficiency syndrome. The patient may present with aversion to cold, runny nose, nasal block or congestion, but the patient may present with sweating or spontaneous sweating. So no matter excessive or deficiency exterior syndrome, we can use Guizhi. Guizhi can be used in yang deficiency syndrome because Guizhi can tonify yang qi. The matter of the yang deficiency in the weight level, in the heart, in the spleen, or in the kidney, in the uterus, Guizhi can be used in all kinds of situations. Guizhi also can be used for different kinds of pain. Although we didn't write down here, Guizhi can be used for different kinds of the pain in joints. In Western medicine, these are called arthritis. So Guizhi can be used for different kinds of arthritis that's due to internal coldness and blood stasis. Guizhi, pungent and warm. When we use Guizhi, we need to be careful. If a patient, the body constitution of the patient is warm, or the patient have yin deficiency, or the patient is more likely to have to bleed, we need to be careful when we use Guizhi because Guizhi is warm. Especially when patients suffer from yin deficiency with deficiency heat, or patient with bleeding, we don't really use Guizhi. Patients suffer from excess menstruation, or a lady in their pregnancy period. When you use Guizhi, you also need to be careful because Guizhi can activate the circulation, can activate the blood circulation. So you need to be careful in a pregnant lady.